Get out in time to vote again?
I'm taking the
Right.
over.
The hour of 6:30 having arrived, I will call the regular meeting of the Columbus Common Council to order for Tuesday, February 21st, 2016. Ann will take the roll.
Traxler.
Here.
Hendrickson. Malat.
Here.
Reed. Rule.
Here.
Tone.
Here.
Crombie.
Here. If you are able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And this meeting was noticed in accordance with Wisconsin state statutes. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Correspondence and communications. We did have Ruth sign up tonight, but she's here in case there's questions for the masonry project, so you'll be address them then if there are questions. And then, were there any other citizens present that wish to speak tonight? Did you want to speak now, or did you want to speak maybe during the?
Close to separate issue, we could probably save it for later. It's more a direct issue regarding the police policy and how they are actually enforcing matters. So I mean, it's something that I think the city council needs to review on their policy, because as far as towing, because no.
Okay, but just.
I'm just wondering, I mean, you know what I'm saying, I'd like it open discussion. So.
Yeah, you can you address it now, then I think that would be best.
I'm not an expert at this public speaking or something, but I came to you briefly last week and just expressed a concern that I was having with the alternate side parking and some of the issues in the downtown area. As I said last week, I had made an attempt to talk to Davis, Public the Works, and the police chief himself, but the police chief and people at the police station have actually refused to communicate with me and haven't been returning on any of my phone calls or something. And this, we'll get into this, I'll keep this really brief, but I'm just asking that you guys can review or maybe have some oversight or take back the authority as far as just the specific enforcement of the parking issue in the city of Columbus, because now what's happening, and this has gone back multiple years, but now they're towing vehicles. So I had another vehicle of mine got towed without any notice of mine. So because I was having the parking issues, I kept moving vehicles. Get specifically, there was a truck that was probably close to a public area in yours, and I had made an effort to say, hey, I want to keep working with you and keep communicating with you like I'm doing today. And every time there was a 72-hour sticker policy on the window, they'd either give you a date or a time to move that. And after all this winter, it happened to a time where they didn't give me the notice. So they towed a vehicle of mine, and I'm facing a $455 charge and $37 a day, and it's been sitting in there for 2 weeks. And they're telling me now that they don't have to, they're not required to provide any notification to me. I'm like, as long as you guys would make the effort to, communicate with some of your residents if you're out to, serve these situations, could be avoided. And I know briefly, just like I said, I don't know the ins and outs, but when you're talking about, you said different boards or different committees, sometimes they police, themselves or something, and but I'm saying in this specific area, especially if it's a public parking where the issues of, from what I'm reading, the downtown central business district, if that's a city-owned thing, there shouldn't, and I've asked for them to submit or let me know what their policies are on that and to provide them to me, and they're unwilling and unable to do that. So that's a little separate issue, is more of the police department's right of notification or their enforcement, because they're failing in their duties to communicate with me as citizens. So hopefully, in the future that, maybe that's another discussion we could have, or you guys could look at doing something like that. So if there's anything, I'll just leave that open, or maybe we can look at that in the future. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Consent agenda, there are 4 items on the consent agenda. Are there any requests to remove anything from the consent agenda as presented? Seeing no requests, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and 2 seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business number 1, we have consider and take action on an amendment to the contractual agreement between the City of Columbus and the Village of Fall River for wastewater treatment services. Paul, do you want to say anything about this? This was discussed at last committee of the whole. It's my understanding from Patrick that the village has approved the agreement.
I really have nothing to add from the committee of the whole discussion unless there are some new questions that have come up, and the fact that the village has already approved this is a very good sign.
All right. Any discussion? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, and we'll take the roll.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed, Rule,
Aye.
Tome,
Aye.
Traxler.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you. Item 2, consider and take action on James Street Business Signage 2017 construction project. Patrick, did you want to say anything on this? I know you and Ann have been working with the group on bringing the plans forward.
What's in your packet is what the group had proposed, and I think at committee of the whole, there was a direction to move it here to the regular agenda. I think the one item that kind of remains yet up in the air is the wayfinding signs at the top, directing folks to the municipal lots during construction was something that this group was wanting to see if the city could help finance. So we may need to work that out yet, or if the direction is that we wouldn't. That question still remains. But as they presented, then under the wayfinding signs, the individual businesses would fund their own individual signage as a way to direct cars to the appropriate municipal lot so they can walk to the business from each municipal lot. So,
All right. Are we okay with the plan, Michael?
I did have a question just for clarification. In the memo, it states that, as you just mentioned, along with the main wayfaring signs, individual businesses in the area could petition and have their individual signage placed on the same signpost. Would they be petitioning the city, or would this be through the DOT or their specs?
that's through DOT. Actually, and I'm saying that not knowing if there still is some additional city approval on those, but there was a discussion last night at the business coordination
Okay.
meeting about that and some paperwork that's necessary, but the group has agreed to work with businesses interested to make sure they provided the appropriate paperwork to get that all in order.
Okay. There was another mention here about following the normal city permitting protocol. So I think when we talked about it at the committee of the whole, I was a little bit more under the understanding that this was going to be kind of implemented through DOT specs, I guess, but we would be doing it locally. So I didn't know if we would have to be changing or amending any ordinances to do that, or if this is just the kickoff to other decisions we'd have to make, including the cost of the signs, et cetera. So
Mhm.
I didn't know exactly what we were approving at this point, other than saying, yes, we're in favor of it, but
Yeah, the layout and the plan is there. You were given a concept of what the signs would look like and the concept of how we would hopefully direct folks. I'm going to kind of turn to Ann about permitting for the individual businesses under a DOT sign.
Well, from what I gathered from this, the way that the DOT person presented it to us is that the DOT would put up the signs as part of the project. They would then bill the city for the signs that went up. They would work with the individual businesses for hanging the individual business signs, which they would do totally with them. So once the city says it's okay to the DOT to put these signs up in these spots for the project,
Then they become DOTs.
then they become DOT's business. They will bill us for it, and they will deal with the downtown merchants.
okay, I'm fine with that.
Anything else? Then I would entertain a motion to approve the plan as presented and to allow staff to communicate and work with the DOT on that.
So moved.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Reed.
Aye.
Rule.
Aye.
Tome.
Aye.
Traxler.
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Do we want to discuss funding at all under that, or is that something that staff could just do administratively?
I don't know if you have a rough idea or not. I've heard a few numbers, but that seems like it's something that could be put on the project cost. I don't know if that's going to happen
I think it
ultimately.
could, yes. And to get a sense, a ballpark from Matt Kinney, who's been heavily involved on both sides, he said about $25 a square foot on the signage. So in a rough calculation for all the signs planned, it'd be around $3,600.
Is that something we want to put on the next agenda?
I think that's a good idea. Just
We
to
could
memorialize
forward a
it.
plan of how to finance it and actually talk to the
Next
group
regular
too.
agenda?
I'm fine with that.
See no objection, that I'll go back on. I'm sorry if you were saying something.
Just that we'll continue to communicate with the group and then forward a financing plan then for the next agenda, regular agenda.
Bid opening results, Kiwanis Station, pump station renovation. This was discussed at the last committee of the whole. Jason's here if there are any questions. We should probably make him earn his money tonight. But it is Hogan Electric. They've done work with the city in the past. Jason, did you have anything you wanted to add? Okay. Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the bid for Hogan Electric.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Rule.
Aye.
Tome.
Aye.
Traxler.
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you. Sticking with Jason from R&M, we have a task order 2017-3 for TIF 4 utility extension design and construction. It looks like he wants to say something this time, so.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Again, just a quick overview. This is for the TIF 4 utility extensions. It would be for the sewer and water main extension from essentially the travel center out to service the undeveloped land, including a lift station. Our services would be full services from design all the way through bidding and construction support. So it would be a pretty typical design and build contract with our services included to cover the engineering phase. So.
Any questions for Jason? All right, seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the task order.
Motion to approve task order 2017-03.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Tome.
Aye.
Traxler.
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Rule.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you. Item 5, consider and take action on wastewater treatment plant masonry project. Davis is here if he wanted to say anything. No? And then Tom and Ruth Hermanson are also here if there are any questions for Tom and Ruth. Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve the contract.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Traxler.
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Rule.
I abstain.
Tome.
Aye.
Motion carries 5.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom and Ruth. I lost where I was. I know. It's number 6 is consider and take action on proposals for truck bed and plow for the single axle DPW truck. Davis is here. We had lengthy and interesting discussions last time, and he promised to come back with a recommendation.
And the recommendation is at the bottom of your cover sheet.
And that looks like Madison truck.
Correct.
All right. Did you want to justify that in any way, or it just a low bid?
Low bid, and they did say 4 to 5 months. Burke Truck said about 6 months.
Okay.
So
That sounds fair to me. Any questions for Davis? All right, seeing none, then I would entertain a motion on item 6, which would be the single axle DPW truck for the bed and the plow for Madison truck.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
Tome,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. Item 7, tandem axle truck with the plow and the bed, which would also be a Madison truck. Would entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
Tome,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
Malat,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. Just want to thank you, Davis, and I know you and Jenny have both worked, and Carolyn, I'm sure too, a lot on this, and I think the council has spent some considerable time on getting to this point, and I think it's, a well-needed purchase to keep the fleet operating successfully. So it's appreciated when there is snow, but 66 degrees days in winter, then, well, we don't need it, right? So item 8, we have the 2017 hazmat agreement with Columbia County. Pretty much a standard agreement that's done each year. Is there any questions? See none, and we need a motion and a second to approve the hazmat agreement.
I'll make the motion to approve the 2017 hazmat agreement with Columbia County.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Rule,
Aye.
Tome,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. Item 9, we have an easement request of AT&T for the former Countryside property, 1149 West James Street. Paul, you're okay with the easement language?
Yes, there is one thing that's a little bit abnormal in this easement document, and that is that the grantee, AT&T, has agreed to change the location of the easement facilities if it's going to interfere with how the city is going to use the property if the new fire station gets constructed there. So it'll just be a change of the actual location. Other than that, it's all the same.
Okay. We're all acceptable to that? All right, sounds good. I would entertain a motion to approve the easement.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Tome,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. Item 10, we have one operator license. Is that correct, Ann?
Yep.
All right, I would entertain a motion to approve the operator license for Wendy Hughes.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Drexler,
Aye.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
Tome,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. We have claims in the amount of $98,007.13. Any discussion on the claims? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the claims.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Ann will take the roll.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
Tome,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. Patrick?
Thank you, Mayor. Couple of things on James Street. Last Friday, the pre-construction meeting was held. We met in Madison with folks from DOT and the various contractors and subcontractors to discuss the project. Official start we're being told is March 6th, so 2 weeks from yesterday. Along with that, the James Street Business Downtown Coordination Group met last night. Contractors were also there with DOT, and DOT provided a presentation on the staging, the process, the project basically, with some updates. And then the groups followed up with some of their efforts that they have planned for the project, promotion, signage, events and things. So I think that's been a culmination of a lot of effort from the downtown business owners and city staff to make sure that folks are ready for the project. Note to the rest of the community, tomorrow night is another public information meeting hosted by the DOT. The contractors will also be on hand. That is from 5 to 6:30 at the Columbus Middle School multi-purpose room, and a brief presentation will be provided at 5:30. aside from James Street, today, some of us on staff participated in a rating call with Moody's that goes along with our bonding. Had some traditional questions about city's financial state and preparation for the bonding and the borrowing that is in process. We feel good about the way that the representative had talked and mentioned about the state of the city's financial processes. One thing that I noted is the work and development of financial policies was something that was a compliment from the rating representative, so that's good for us. And finally, if you haven't voted yet, today is the spring primary. Polls are open till 8. Thank you.
All right. Anyone have anything to add up here? All right. Then I would like to congratulate Randy Bubbles, the president of F&M Bank, for being named the Wisconsin Community Bankers Association Community Banker of the Year. So that's exciting, good for the local bank here in town, which the city does significant business with, of course. And, they're a big benefactor to many causes in the community. So congratulations to Randy. I just want to congratulate and thank everyone who was involved with the Winter Day in the Park. Nice warm weather, I think, brought some people out. Not as much snow maybe as the organizers would have liked, but there were a lot of unfamiliar faces, I think, in the city that was good to bring some tourists into town. And also was just would like to note that was halfway across the country for a MATC event, and being that I was from Columbus came up, and then someone from another technical college indicated that they enjoy coming to our pavilion for the annual Boxer Bash. They're involved with the Boxer dog rescue organization, and that annual event is held in Columbus. So was excited to hear about the elevator being added, and just good to hear some good stuff about our pavilion from people that aren't directly associated with the city. And just remind everyone that the pavilion birthday party, which was rescheduled from earlier in December because of bad weather, is going to be March 26th at the pavilion. And Don Peachy is performing, so HLPC's worked hard at getting that event planned. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned, and we'll take a short break between meetings tonight. Thank you.